Today we have two games to look at. Sorry for the delay. I pulled my back muscle. And, it really hurt, so I couldn't record videos for a couple days. So we're going to do two today. We are going to keep these quite short. Okay. Start with Semenyon and Iluk. This will be mostly me seeing how the game went since they are like my level. Let's turn off the AI. I don't remember. This is interesting to me specifically, but like I never understood how we came to the conclusion that this is better than the open side. Like I understand that it can be, but to me it's just like so counterintuitive because the open side should be the place to go. But this one's fine, of course. It just blows my mind that Go is so complicated like that. This is really surprising. The bottom is quite big. What? I don't like Black's opening at all. They're still over concentrated on the right side. I don't like it at all. Uh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. This is an older pattern, but still a pattern. There we go. Now Black's being more active. Okay. Ooh, that's a tough move to. The amount of cutting points in this shape. It's possible, but it's tough to play. That's a powerful response. Attacking the entire group. Interesting. And we got some profit already. I always tell my students try to aim for like 5 points profit. Also a lot of cutting points. Potential cutting points. Black is playing very territorially. I don't know if I wouldn't do this as white, but if it works out, which it looks like it is, then that's pretty good cash-wise. So maybe like white-red, that this is gonna be fine. What? What? What is this? What is this? What is this lazy reading? I don't know what that was, but that was lazy reading. Oh man, this is funny. I think, I think what Black was aiming for was this idea or something. I don't know, but I don't know what Black was thinking, but that did not work out. Oh man, that's kind of funny. I don't know what Black was after, but it did not work out. I think they misread a ladder. Okay, so all that's left is this group to settle and white wins. So Black has to get a good amount of profit, if not kill the group. Uh-huh. Black's doing quite well with this attack. Yeah, I quite like this attack by Black. Very accurate. Unfortunately, this isn't good enough to make up for this. And you can see Black's trying really hard. Black could have also just simply profited. Maybe like this. Actually, this might be better. Anyway, Black could have just played very simple right here and gotten the profit, and then maybe invaded, and been satisfied with the points here, or maybe even something like this. If Black wasn't down because of the dead group, that might have been something for Black to consider. Because this is not the smallest area in the world. But this is massive. You got to imagine with dead stones, you draw it twice. You draw the circle twice. So that's how big the dead group is. So this is not enough. You need two of these to make up for it. So Black was very aggressive here, and I think that was the right idea, but I just don't see this game working out for Black. Yeah, I don't see how black could win from here. Yeah, nothing changed. Nothing on the board changed. Let's see. What is the score? Wipe at 18. Okay, black played a pretty good endgame. I think it was probably more than that, right? Before, yeah, 31. Black's endgame was pretty sharp. 15 points in the endgame is pretty good. Yeah, I think it was a good game up until this group died. Don't misread ladders. I don't know what Black was thinking, but that was kind of funny. Um, and then Black played a very sharp end game. So, yeah, interesting story of the game. I quite liked it. We actually went over that one quite quickly, so that's nice. I think I can go over the stronger games faster because I don't have to worry about explaining as much stuff to teach because I don't have to teach them. I just get to tell the story of their game and how it went. Table AI review. Oh, I can teach. I can teach a Don player. Okay, what you got to do is you got to go to tsumegodragon.com and click on the ladder category and do solve 100 ladder go problems. Okay. Oh man. Uh, I like this idea more, but that's just me. I don't like. I always tell 10Qs to settle. Below 5Q, I think just settle. You don't know how to use the center yet. Very nice reduction. I'm surprised you know this is 17Q. Very nice. This is also another way to reduce. Jump, keep, side jump, and then if they push, you sacrifice the stone. Okay, this is good. When you're attacking at this level, you just want to aim for 5 points profit. Oh my gosh, this is very nice. You're doing quite well. Yeah, you got your profit quite nicely. Very nice shoulder hit. You're really good at the shoulder hits. You've got to be bad at something though. If you're 17Q, maybe you're not playing ranked games. You are. You got to be bad at something else. These shoulder hits are really on point. Okay, it's possible. Little passive, but possible. Nope. Touch, respond. Touch, respond. This is really slow. Shoulder hit. White has been doing it really well. So shoulder hit back. Da 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 da, and destroy the influence. You can see like there's a chunk building right here. Use this stone. This is why I said fourth line is good at this level because we don't know how to use it. This stone can jump, like look inside of it. So you have support already. Just reduce. Yeah, I think black's wasting a lot of moves here. White, you probably could have just gone here for more solid shape. This one stone is not a cutting stone. If it was cutting something, sure, but since it's not, just connect everything. Build your influence. This is a little dangerous. Okay, it's a bit passive though. So I think we need to not only see our framework for black, but also see white's framework. Yeah, I feel like the issue with black right now is we're ignoring the fact that our opponents got the biggest framework. Like we have one too, and that's great, and you did good building it. But you're not gonna always be the bigger framework. If your opponent's the bigger framework, you got to deal with it. So you have to see whose is the bigger one and play on that one. So you can't just only play yours and never play your opponent's. You actually don't need this move because when they push through the elephant, an elephant is a diagonal one space jump. Ooh, it looks like a little car. But a diagonal one space jump, the response to it is a knight's move. Because you can still handle this quite easily if you need to. You can also kill the stone if you want to. If they push this way, you can just block. So the knight's move only has one cutting point, and one cutting point we can handle. If we do this, we have 2 cutting points on this side, and 2 is really hard to handle. So that's the difference. Nobi. Or stretch. Sorry. Stretch. Connect. These are this one's fine to block your base, but after that, I feel like you're wasting moves. I think keep building your area. Yours is bigger. Don't get distracted by your opponent. Actually, when your opponent gets like this big, you could also 3-3. The idea is even if this dies, you don't lose anything. Because this area is so large that the 3-3 doesn't change in value anymore. So you can just invade without consequence. When it's this big, anyway. Which, black can do the same thing. Let's just say it's black's turn. Black can do the same thing like right here or right here. And it can create a lot of complications. Now, the reason I say this isn't because this is a good move, but there's a lot to learn from it. So try when your opponent has a giant moyo, try the 3-3 and just learn stuff, right? It's a really big headache for them. You'll really make them mad, but it's a really good way to learn. And when they do it to you, don't get upset. Just be like, oh, cool, now I get to learn something, right? Because there's about 100 life and death problems in here to learn. And you only learn them by playing them. Yeah, black's area is just fine. Yeah, right here it's too late, though, because now we can start attacking it from the second line. There's no escape route now. But, like, we've got to get into this top side. I think that's the big key in this game. Uh-oh, knight's moves are cuttable. There. Oh, you might be okay. There's no connection here. You might be okay. I don't think you read that. What about this one? There. Oh yeah, this one's easier. Just do that. This one's a lot easier to read. It's only 3 moves. Passive. It's your house. When your opponent comes in with a cuttable shape, take him out. Cut through. Gotta trap them inside. This is how you get away with murder, is you have to like in American law, you can shoot someone inside your house, but you can't shoot someone like outside your house depending on the ins and outs and the state and blah, blah, blah. So you have to make sure you trap them inside the house. That way it's not illegal. This is American law. You have to learn how to use this stuff correctly. You got to take advantage of the justice system. Don't commit murder on classy opinions. Just do it and go. Do it and go. Does this one work? I don't think it does. It does, but you lose 3 stones for it. Yeah, I think the big key was this section. I think it's gonna be the big key. I think, yeah, the story of this game, this was quite nice for black, but this section, I think, yeah, it looks nice, but the fact that white's was bigger kind of makes it not as nice as you would want it to be. I want to say that's the big story in this game. Ooh, what is this? Someone didn't watch their cutting point? Okay, it's in-game now. Don't die. No reason to die right there. There's no reason to die right there. Just connect. There's no reason to do that. You should not be 17Q. I don't know what it is. Like, schedule lessons or something. Because if you're playing like this every game, you should not be 17Q. Either that or just play like this every game. I don't know what it is, but you should play like this every game. This is not 17Q. This is easily lower double digits, if not single digit. This one is too much. If you want to block, just connect. The reason is, later in the end game, let's say you get the end game here. But there's a co-threat right here, right? But if you had connected, now there is no co-threat. So if you value a co-threat at 1/4 of a point, you have made a 1/4 of a point worse move. And at the end of the game, especially if you've ever lost by half a point, you will understand the gravity of that 1/4 of a point. Because fighting that half-point co for the game is really annoying when there's a lot of co-threats on the board. You've never lost by half a point if you don't value a 1/4 of a point. That's a chicken move. That is a chicken move. Don't play chicken moves in my league. You play a good move. Okay, let's see. You're worried about that, right? That what you're worried about? But obviously that doesn't work. But the problem is, even if that was what you were worried about, it doesn't exist as long as you don't build a Liberty. So you can go do something else. Don't fix it until it exists. So not only does it not exist, but you've prematurely fixed something that didn't exist. So chicken move. This is fine. Look for the goose. Just check it at the end. I always encourage this to learn. Okay, white handled it quite well. Careful. I think just surround it and it's fine. Yep, watch your cutting points. Very good. Uh-huh. Perfect. Why are you 17Q? This is bullcrap. I think you're lying. You should not be 17Q. Stop lying to your opponents, okay? You make them think that you're not 17Q because you keep losing to them, but then you actually are. Oh, 12Q, 13Q, 13Q. That makes more sense. Okay, I think you could play against them and win. But yeah, obviously, the 16Q, I think you could have won that. I don't know what a game it was, but I think you could have won. Maybe stop blitzing or something. I don't know. Stop lying to your opponents. You're not 17Q. You can play this well. You just have to actually like hold yourself to the standard that you hold yourself to in this game. Put in the same amount of effort, and then you're easily not 17Q. I kind of give this mentality to mostly to single digit Qs, like 4Q, 3Q, 2Q, and 1Q. I'm like, you're wanting to be a Dawn player, right? And so for you, I'll be like, you want to be single digit Q. Then hold yourself to that standard. Like Dawn players, so what I tell the single digit Qs is like Dawn players are Dawn players because they read things out and don't just play something that doesn't work. And I tell the single digit Q, you have the skill to read it out. You're just not doing it because you're playing too fast or whatever. You're just being lazy with it because you won't hold yourself to that higher standard to create the higher quality game. And the point of that is Dawn players are masters of the basics, right? Dawn players are master of the basics. But you are trying to get to Dawn, but you won't even like give yourself the time to apply what you know. You won't like actually apply what you know. You won't actually read the life and death problem. You won't actually read the sequence before you play. You won't double check your cutting points. You're just not disciplined about it, right? That is the difference between like 4Q and 1 Dawn is a lot like 70-80% of it is like mental discipline. Just holding yourself to that standard. So I feel like if you hold yourself to this standard, in theory, obviously this is just one game, but you performed well in this game. In theory, you should be able to get to single digit Q or approximately close because your opponent's a 10Q and you're playing pretty even with them. Pretty close game. I think, in theory, I think if you hold yourself to this standard, you should be able to. And if not, then which thing is happening in your game that did not happen in this one that is causing you to lose? Identify that and work on it. Let's see. What was the result? Black by 2.5. Oh my gosh, that is so close. Wow. You both did great. I think that's really cool. 2.5 points. That's great. White, I encourage you to, before you pass, invade once. Wait, did you guys miss a dame? That is 1 point. You fight for every point. I'll call your mother and tell her that you are not managing your money properly. There is $1 right here missing. Okay. Anyway, 33. Try it. You don't lose anything. Okay. Chinese rules. I picked Chinese rules specifically so you could try stuff with and learn. Yeah, it is Chinese rules. Yeah. Yeah, Chinese. Try it. Learn. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't lose anything. Go learn a new thing. This should die. Okay? This should very well die. But I still learned from the 3-3 invasion. Okay? I learned something from Ensong actually recently. Da 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 da. He was giving a lecture, and he said, "Hey, do you know how to kill the stone?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, I do. I tell my students how to kill this stone all the time. You go right here." And he's like, "Aha, yes, 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 yes." Um, Let me see if I remember this properly. And he's like, "When you go here, um, uh, 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 oh no, I'm forgetting it. I gotta rewatch it. I gotta rewatch it. Okay, he's when you go here, and then I said here, and he's like, no, that's leads to I think this move, which gives cutting point options. It was very confusing. It's very difficult to remember. I gotta rewatch it now. Dadgummit. I think I shared it with Bustle. I'll have to remember. I'll have to go rewatch it. But he said, I think he said like this one, and then that one or that one, I believe. Either that it was here. Now I gotta go rewatch it. The point is, don't do both. Do that one. See, I learned stuff. I learned stuff. Try it. Lots to learn. A lot of stuff to learn. Okay? A lot of stuff to learn. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.